Welcome to my dear student. Today class is discuss about the subject name is heat power engineering. Subject code CIT name 402C. Fifth unit steam turbine. Fifth chapter. In this chapter we discuss about the reheating, reheat generation, bleeding. This topic we discuss about in today class. In today class we discuss about the reheating, regeneration, bleeding. This topic we discuss about in steam turbine. In steam turbine chapter, in fifth chapter steam turbine, in this chapter reheating and regeneration and bleeding. This topic we have discussed about in today class. In the previous period you have learned about governing, need of governing. In last class we learn about governing, need of governing, methods of governing, throttle governing, nozzle control governing, bypass governing, combination throttle and bypass governing, or combined throttle and bypass governing, and combined throttle and control governing. This topic we have discussed in last class. In the previous period you have learned about last class. In the previous period you have learned about governing, need of governing, methods of governing, throttle governing, nozzle control governing, bypass governing, combined throttle and bypass governing. This topic we have learned about in last class. In today class, on completion of this period you would be able to know. In today class we discuss about the reheating, regeneration. This topic we have discussed in today class. On completion of this period you would be able to know reheating, regeneration. In this topic, reheating, need of reheating, when steam is expanded to condenser, pressure, steam becomes wet. When steam is expanded to condenser pressure, the steam become wet. Wet means some water particle is there in steam. Wet steam contains suspended water particles. These suspended water particles flowing under high speed leads to erosion of blades, turbine blades. Flowing under high speed leads to erosion of blades. Which blade? Turbine blades. This water particle flowing under high speed, this suspended water particle flowing under high speed leads to erosion of blades. Eroded blades are to be replaced, which is expensive. Eroded blades are to be replaced, which is expensive. Hence, it is required to maintain drainage fraction of steam. Always greater than. Hence, it is required to maintain drainage fraction of steam always greater than 0.9, for which reheating is done. Reheating is a need of reheating. When steam is expanded to condenser pressure, steam becomes wet. When steam is expanded to condenser pressure, steam becomes wet. Wet steam contains suspended water particles. In this, wet steam contains suspended water particles. These suspended water particles flowing under high speed. These suspended water particles flowing under high speed leads to erosion of blades. Flowing to under high speed leads to erosion of blades. Eroded blades are to be replaced. Eroded blades are to be replaced, which is expensive. Hence, it is required to maintain drainage fraction of steam always greater than 0.9, for which reheating is done. These purposes are need of reheating. This purpose may be useful to the need of reheating. Reheating process. Process of reheating. Process of reheating. Extracting the steam from turbinated section where it becomes just dry saturated. Extracting the steam from turbine at a section where it becomes just dry saturated. Reheating the steam at same pressure from external source. Reheating the steam at same pressure from external source like flue gases. Reheating the steam at same pressure from external source like flue gases. Reheating the steam at same pressure from external source like flue gases. Heating is done till steam becomes superheated. Heating is done till steam becomes superheated. Heating is done till steam becomes superheated as inlet temperature. Sent back to next stage of turbine for further expansion. Sent back to next stage of turbine for further expansion. This is a reheating process. Extracting the steam from turbine at a section where it becomes just dry saturated. Reheating is the steam at the same pressure from external source like flue gases. Heating is done till steam becomes superheated as inlet temperature. Sent back to next stage of turbine for further expansion. Sent back to next stage of turbine for further expansion. This is a reheating process. In reheating process, high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine है. This is a heat supplied. Q is a heat supplied. High pressure turbine, low pressure turbine has shown in this figure. This Q is a heat supplied. In this reheating process, steam is flowing through the nozzle through turbine. Steam is supplying from the boiler. Boiler is supplied to the steam through nozzle in turbine. The turbine is steam energy is converted, kinetic energy, energy is converted, mechanical energy. This work is done in this process. Reheating is This in boiler, steam is supplied to the turbine blade. Some leave it steam. This again steam is reheated. This continuous cyclic process, this is called reheating process. Reheating on Maillard chart as shown in this figure. Reheating in Maillard chart. Reheating on Maillard chart. Enthalpy 1 to 2, reheating 3 to 4. Saturated line x is equal to 0. Entropy, reheating on Maillard chart. Entropy, enthalpy, entropy. Enthalpy is indicated in y-axis. Entropy is indicated x-axis. As shown in this figure, reheating on Maillard chart. The reheating process is as shown in this in Maillard chart. You calculate the reheating process in Maillard chart. Saturated line, these are saturated line. X is equal to 1. 1 to 2, 3 to 4. These are process, reheating process. Red line is indicate reheating process. Reheating advantages. In reheating process, reheating advantages. Due to improvement in quality of steam. Due to improvement in quality of steam. Advantages due to improvement in quality of steam. Blade erosion is avoided. In this reheating process, advantage due to improvement in quality of steam. Quality of steam producing purpose, improvement purpose may be reheating advantages. Blade erosion is avoided. Life of blade increases. Specific steam consumption decreases. Specific steam consumption is decreases. Overall thermal efficiency of plant increases. Overall thermal efficiency of plant increases. These are reheating advantages due to improvement in quality of steam. Due to improvement in quality of steam. Blade erosion is avoided. Life of blade increases. Specific steam consumption decreases. Overall thermal efficiency of plant increases. These are advantages of reheating process. In reheating process, in reheating cycle as shown in this figure, this is a boiler, reheating, pump, condenser, this is a water pump, Q1 dash as shown in this figure, reheating, condenser, Q2, reheating. In boiler, steam is supplied to the high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine as shown in this figure. Total work done is equal to WT1 plus WT2 minus WP as shown in this. Total heat supplied, total work done, total heat supplied. In total heat supplied is Q1 plus Q1 dash. Total heat supplied is Q1 plus Q1 dash. Q1 is a steam supplied, heat supplied to the boiler. Q1 dash is a heat supplied to the reheating. This is a WT1 is a work done is the high pressure turbine HP, LP low pressure turbine WT2. In this total work done WT1 plus WT2 minus WP. In this graph, this enthalpy, temperature TS diagram as shown in this TS diagram. Temperature, entropy. Temperature is indicated TS diagram. y axis, entropy is x axis. These are total is supplied is q1 plus q1 dash. 2 to 3 is a reheating area. In this figure, reheating or reheat cycle. This is a boiler, reheating pump, condenser, high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine. In this boiler is steam is supplied to the high pressure turbine. Next, this reheating process, this steam leave steam is expanded, this steam is reheated to the reheating. This cyclic is continuous. This is called reheating process. HPT, LPT, high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine. 1 to 2, high pressure turbine pressure is P1, low pressure turbine pressure is P2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This process are as shown in this figure. The reheating, since efficiency, net work done by heat supplied, net work done, turbine work done by condenser work done minus condenser work done. Turbine work done is increases, turbines was efficiency proportional net work. This TS diagram, since therefore since in TS diagram as shown in this figure, reheat pressure WT, therefore WT is equal to W on HPT plus W LPT. HPT high pressure turbine, low pressure turbine. Total work done is high pressure turbine plus low pressure turbine as shown. HP low pressure, high pressure as shown in this figure. In reheater, combustion chamber, compressor, turbine as shown in this figure. Reheater, combustion chamber, combustion chambers, 2 combustion chamber, 3 turbines, 1, 2, 3 turbines. Generator, compressor, these are there. This working is represented in TS diagram. Working process is represented in TS diagram. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. These are reheaters. In this diagram, 1 to 2 is a isentropic compression process. 1 to 2 is a isentropic compression process. Process 2 to 3 is combustion at constant pressure. Pressure is constant. This is a 2 to 3 is a combustion process. 3 to 4 is a isentropic expansion in turbine blades. 3 to 4 is a isentropic expansion in turbine blades. 3 to 4 process is a isentropic expansion in turbine blade. 4 to 5 process is a secondary combustion at constant pressure. Secondary combustion at constant pressure. 4 to 5 process is a secondary combustion at constant pressure. Process 5 to 6. 5 to 6 is a isentropic expansion process. 5 to 6 is a isentropic expansion process. 6 to 1 is a exhaust gases releases in atmosphere. 6 to 1 exhaust gases releases in atmosphere. This process is indicated in TS diagram. This process will be done in reheater. Reheater, combustion chamber, compressor, turbines as shown in this figure. reheating of steam during normal operation after expansion in the turbine, the steam will become quite wet at the end of expansion, but it is not desirable. The steam may becomes wet end of expansion. Due to wet steam causes erosion of the turbine blades. Due to wet steam causes erosion of the turbine blades. Increases internal losses and thereby reduces the blade efficiency of the turbine. In order to avoid erosion can be achieved by keeping the steam as dry saturated during expansion process. This can be achieved by taking the steam from turbine where it becomes dry and saturated and is reheated at constant pressure by the flue gases until it is again superheated to the same temperature, and it is then returned to the next stage in the turbine. This process is known as reheating. This can be achieved by the taking the steam from turbine where it becomes dry and saturated and is reheated at constant pressure by the flue gases until it is again superheated to the same temperature, and it is then returned to the next stage in the turbine. This process is known as reheating. The reheating of steam is as shown in this figure. Enthalpy is indicated y-axis, entropy is indicated x-axis. In this graph, 1 to 2, 2 dash to 3, 3 dash to 4. P1, P2, P3, P4 are pressures. Reheating of steam turbine. This is a diagram of the reheating of steam turbine. The initial condition of steam is superheated at P1 and pressure is P1 and temperature T1. Then it is expanded isentropically from 1 to 2. At point 2, the steam is dry and saturated. The steam is then reheated to temperature T2 and constant pressure by addition of heat supplied to steam. Then the process so on at state 4, exit condition of turbine. The work done for kg of steam. H1 minus H2 plus H2 dash minus H3 plus H3 dash minus HF4, where in this equation H is a enthalpy of steam, HF4 is a liquid enthalpy at steam 4, fluid enthalpy, liquid or fluid. HF4 is a liquid enthalpy at state 4, initial state final. Heat supplied to the steam. Equation can be written as H1 minus HF4 plus H2 dash minus H2 plus H3 dash minus H3. This is a heat supplied to the steam equation. The work done for kg of steam. Therefore, efficiency of the reheat cycle. Efficiency is equal to work done by heat supplied. Efficiency H1 minus H2 plus H2 dash minus H3 plus H3 dash minus HF4 by H1 minus HF4 plus H2 dash minus H2 plus H3 dash minus H3. This is a efficiency of the reheat cycle. Advantages of reheat. The quality of steam at turbine exit is improved and hence the erosion of blade can be eliminated. It increases the work done per kg of steam through the turbine. It increases the efficiency of the turbine. Amount of water required in the condenser get reduced. Specific steam consumption reduced. These are advantages of the reheat. Reheat advantages: the quality of steam at turbine exit is improved and hence the erosion of blades can be eliminated. It increases the work done per kg of steam through the turbine. It increases the efficiency of the turbine. The amount of water required in the condenser gets reduced. Specific steam consumption reduced. These are advantages of the reheat. Next we discuss about reheat factor. Reheat factor. Reheat factor is defined as the ratio of the cumulative heat drop, delta Hc, cumulative heat drop, to the direct isentropic or Rankine heat drop. This ratio is called reheat factor. It is defined as the ratio of the cumulative heat drop, delta Hc, by delta H isentropic to the direct isentropic or Rankine heat drop. This is called reheat factor. Rf is equal to cumulative heat drop by isentropic heat drop. Rf is equal to delta Hc by delta H isentropic. The expansion of steam through a number of stages as shown in figure. The expansion of steam through a number of stages as shown in figure. Entropy indicated y-axis, enthalpy is indicated y-axis, entropy is indicated x-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. C1, C2, C3, C4, B1, B2, B3, B4. These are. Consider expansion in multi-stage turbine. This figure is expansion in multi-stage turbine. Consider a 4-stage turbine between inlet pressure P1 and exhaust pressure P5. Inlet pressure is P1 and exhaust pressure is P5. Which is the condenser pressure if the process is considered as ideal, i.e. isentropic? The expansion of steam takes place from supply state to condenser state of steam is represented as vertical line AD. Mark C1, B1 along the vertical line to represent the frictional loss in the first stage of turbine. The vertical line is to represent the frictional loss in the first stage of turbine. Therefore, the actual heat drop is equivalent to A1 C1. Similarly, the isentropic and actual heat drops in the succeeding stages are shown in figure by A2 B2, A3 B3 and A2 C3, A3 C3 and so on. Isentropic drop in all stages A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3 so as is called cumulative enthalpy drop, and A1D is isentropic heat drop. A1D is isentropic heat drop or Rankine enthalpy drop. The stage efficiency for the given stage is given by entropy efficiency, actual enthalpy drop by isentropic enthalpy drop. First stage entropy efficiency A1 C1, A1 B1. Second stage entropy efficiency A2 C2, A2 B2, so on. The reheat factor is defined as the ratio of the cumulative enthalpy drop to Rankine enthalpy drop, and it is given by reheat factor A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus as A1D. Reheat factor summation N1 is equal to 1 by N1 is equal to N AB by A1D, where N is number of stages. The value of reheat factor is greater than unity because cumulative heat drop is always greater than Rankine heat drop. Because cumulative heat drop is always greater than Rankine heat drop. Normally the value of RF lies between 1.02 to 1.06. Reheat factor depends on the following. Reheat factor depends on the following: the turbine stage efficiency, the initial pressure and temperature, final pressure and number of stages.
Hot reheat steam to add motive force. The steam turbine uses hot reheat steam to add motive force to the turbine rotor. Reheat steam is a combination of turbine high-pressure exhaust and Hersig-generated intermediate steam that is heated and piped to the steam turbine. Steam travels along the reheat steam line to the reheat steam bypass to condenser intersection. Under startup or trip conditions, the steam may be bypassed to the condenser by means of a bypass valve. When the hot reheat bypass line is used, hot reheat steam is bypassed directly to the condenser. Steam that is directed to the condenser through the bypass valve is de-superheated to acceptable pressure and temperature levels for entry into the condenser. When the steam turbine is capable of accepting hot reheat steam, the steam passes from the condenser bypass valve intersection to the hot reheat steam stop-check isolation valve. Downstream of the stop-check isolation valve, the hot reheat piping combines with the other Hersig reheat discharge and continues as a single pipe to the steam turbine area. This piping arrangement allows the hot reheat from both Hersigs to combine as a single hot reheat steam source to the turbine. The reheat steam piping splits to go to two sets of valves, one set on each side of the steam turbine. Each reheat steam valve set consists of a stop valve and an intercept valve. With the stop and intercept valves open, steam flows into the two reheat steam inlets on the bottom of the steam turbine casing. In the event of a turbine trip, the reheat stop and intercept valves will close rapidly to shut off steam flow to the reheat and LP sections of the steam turbine. The reheat steam flows into the first stage and then proceeds through the remaining 5 stages in the intermediate pressure section of the steam turbine. The steam flows through stationary diaphragms and rotating blades in the same manner as was shown in the high-pressure turbine blading. As the reheat exits the last stage of the intermediate pressure section, it mixes with the incoming low-pressure steam and flows to the low-pressure section of the turbine.
The reheat steam is a system.
Reheating and regeneration and refactor is completed. We discuss next bleeding. Bleeding, the process of draining steam from the bleeding is the process of draining steam from the turbine at certain points during its expansion. At certain points during its expansion and using this steam for heating the feed water. And using the steam for heating the feed water and then supply it to the boiler is known as bleeding, and corresponding steam is said to be bleed. The process of draining steam from the turbine at certain points during its expansion and using this steam for heating the feed water. This steam is maybe using to the heating the feed water and then supplying it to the boiler is known as bleeding, and corresponding steam is said to be bleed. Corresponding steam is said to be bleed. The effect of bleeding is it increases the thermodynamic efficiency of the turbine. It increases the thermodynamic efficiency of the turbine. The boiler is supplied with a hot water. A small amount of work is lost by the turbine, which decreases the power developed. This purpose may be useful to the bleeding.
Bleeding of steam. How? Today we will discuss about bleeding of steam, how bleeding of steam will occur, and what is the useful purpose of bleeding of steam. Firstly, we will discuss about the parts of the bleeding steam system. We have a steam and water drum. We have a turbine which is connected to the steam water drum or boiler. Then turbine is connected to condenser, and condenser is connected to hot well for collecting hot water. Then again hot well is connected to boiler. Now there will be a passage from the turbine which is connected to the hot well pipe. This connection uses bleeding of steam. Now we will see the working animation of bleeding of steam. There will be a pump for circulating the water, and there is a connecting pipes. Now we will see the working of bleeding of steam. Firstly, boiler will send the steam to the turbine, and turbine will start rotating. After working, turbine will send the moisturized steam to the condenser, and condenser will convert it into the hot water which will collected in the hot well. Hot well collect all the hot water. Now this pump will circulate the hot well water to the boiler, so that again cycle will be repeated. Then we take some part of the superheated steam or dry steam from the turbine and send it to the hot well pipe. There, this is called the bleeding of steam. When some steam of dry steam, we will reach this steam to the hot well pipe, and there will be mixing of steam and water will be takes place, which will preheat the water. Preheat water will send to the boiler. This preheat water required less energy for evaporating, so thermal efficiency will be increased by the bleeding of steam. So this is the working of bleeding of steam for preheat the water. Thank you.
Bleeding. Bleeding, it is also called as regenerative feed heating. Bleeding is also called as bleeding, it is also called as regenerative feed heating. Definition in this bleeding: the process of draining steam from turbine at certain points. The process of draining steam from turbine at certain points before complete expansion and using this steam for heating the feed water to be supplied to boiler. This is a bleeding definition: the process of draining steam from turbine. The process of draining steam from turbine at certain point before complete expansion and using this steam for heating the feed water to be supplied to boiler. Heating to the feed water to be supplied to boiler. Efficiency of the boiler plant increases. Efficiency of the boiler plant is increases. Net power developed decreases. As shown in figure, bleeding turbines P1 P2 are pressures, boiler, blade steam, condensate, hot well, condenser, bleed steam. In this boiler is water and steam is there. This feed pump is provided. Feed pump is supplied to the water. This boiler is supplied to the steam to the turbine. In this turbine pressure P1 P2 is there. Exhaust steam, water or steam is flowing through the condenser. This condenser is converted. Steam is water, hot water. This hot water is hot well. Hot water is there in hot well. Blade steam, feed water heater. This is bleed steam condenser. This is a bleeding process of this, as shown in this figure. This is a working principles of these components, as shown in this figure. Turbines. The steam is supplied from the boiler, goes through turbine. This turbine is converted. Turbine go through condenser. Condenser is steam is converted water. This hot water is goes through hot well. This feed pump is there. This feed pump is continuous supply the water to the boiler. This process is continuous cyclic process. This process will be done in this figure, as shown in this figure. Bleeding process. Bleeding, it is also called as a regenerative feed heating. Bleeding, it is also called as regenerative feed heating. This bleeding is definition: the process of draining steam from turbine. This process of draining steam from turbine at certain point before complete expansion, and at certain point before complete expansion, and using this steam for heating the feed water. This steam may be useful to the heating to the feed water to be supplied to boiler. This feed water is heating feed water is supplied to the boiler. This boiler is producing steam. This steam is supplied to the turbine. This turbine is steam is goes through condenser. This condenser steam is converted water. This hot water is there in hot well. This feed pump is then. This feed pump will rotating. This hot water, feed water, hotted feed water may be supplied to the boiler. This process is continuous cyclic process. Efficiency of the boiler plant increases. In this bleeding process, efficiency of the boiler plant is increases. This bleeding process may be useful to the efficiency of the boiler plant increases. Boiler efficiency is increases. Purpose may be useful to the bleeding. Efficiency of the boiler plant increases. Net power developed decreases. This net power developed is decreases. In this process, this figure as shown this figure. In this figure, boiler feed pump is supplied to the water to the boiler. This boiler is This water is heated, steam is forming. This forming is steam is supplied to the turbine. In this turbine, the exhaust steam is supplied to the condenser. This turbine is spraying. This turbine will be rotating. This turbine is exhaust steam is supplied to the condenser. This condenser is converted. This exhaust steam is hot water. This hot water is supplied to the boiler. This feed water number 2, feed water number 1, feed water. Blade steam, bleed steam, as on this bleed steam condensate, bleed steam condensate. This process is continuously done. This cyclic process is done. This bleeding process is continuous. This is called bleeding, as shown this. In thermal power plant, boiler efficiency increases purpose useful to the bleeding. In this summary, in this class, today class, we discuss about reheating is the process of extracting steam. Reheating is the process of extracting steam. Before complete expansion, extracting steam, before complete expansion, heating and back to the turbine for further expansion. Heating and back to the turbine for further expansion. Bleeding is extracting steam before complete expansion for heating the feed water. This topic we have learned about today class summary. Reheating is the process of extracting steam before completing expansion, heating and back to the turbine for further expansion. Bleeding is extracting steam before complete expansion for heating the feed water. Quiz. In this topic today class, some quiz. Governor is a device which controls. Answer. Speed control. Governor is a device which control speed control. Frequently. In this topic, frequently asked question. What is need of reheating? List its advantages. What is need of reheating? List its advantages. Define turbine bleeding. Define turbine bleeding. This question may be asked in this today topic. Today class, today topic. In this topic, this question may be asked. In this today class, the steam turbine 5th unit, 5th chapter. In heat power engineering, subject name is heat power engineering. Subject code C18M 402C. DME second year. In steam turbine 5th unit, 5th chapter is completed. 5th chapter is completed in today class. Next class we discuss about the steam condenser. Today in 5th chapter steam turbine is completed. All of you thanks for listening this class. All of you thanks.